Among the expansive fields and white stone plateaus of the eastern Danube plain, there rises an ancient city with centuries-old culture and remarkable monuments of different epochs, known for its many traditions, glamorous history, and a future in the fast lane. Shumen is an impressive and charming, old and yet modern dynamic centre of a prosperous region. Centuries ago, the natural landscape and relief turned the site into a spiritual centre and an important economic crossroads. Industrial upsurge and rapid industrial development have made Shumen an attractive place to live. Modern industrial zones provide a sustainable business environment. Dozens of new investors set up their production centres, bases and enterprises in Shumen. In the town, there is also one of the oldest breweries in Bulgaria, where the famous Shumensko beer is made. Economic prosperity is a result of the joint care of municipal government and citizens. The beginning of contemporary Bulgarian pedagogical education was launched in Shumen. The first all-girls school, as well as one of the first Bulgarian cultural clubs, created according to a project of the famous French architect Jean-Antonin Mercier, originated in the town. A worthy successor of the glorious Pliska Preslav Literature School for the last 140 years is Shumen University. The school, equipped with modern facilities, is named after the medieval scribe Constantin Preslavsky. A recent addition to the facilities in Shumen is the new multifunctional sports hall, where young talents can demonstrate their skills and achievements. Beautiful open spaces, well-maintained green areas, numerous sports grounds, cool parks, inspirational monuments and ancient architectural ensembles are the calling card of Shumen. The exceptional natural and cultural features have turned Shumen into an attractive tourist destination. Bright festivities, fun, music evenings and varied art events are but a small part of the events that fill the annual holiday calendar. Every year on the 11th of May, on the day of the Brothers of Enlightenment, Cyril and Methodius, the feast day of the city is celebrated. The celebration is just a small part of the rich cultural life of Shumen. The stage of the dramatic puppet theatre, which bears the name of the great Bulgarian playwright Vasil Dromev, hosts significant theatrical and musical performances. The art gallery, Elena Karamikhailova, is home to many of the canvases of one of the first Bulgarian female artists, as well as an impressive collection of paintings, sculptures and applied art. The lands of Shumen have been inhabited since time immemorial. At the end of the 7th century, the expansive fields and steep cliffs of the surrounding plateaus became home to one of Europe's greatest medieval civilizations. On the Madara Plateau, there rises an impressive array of antique cult buildings, a Roman villa, ruins of a medieval fortress, monasteries, as well as dozens of monastic cloisters carved into the stone itself. Caves, niches, and secret springs dedicated to different deities have been used as a cult place since times of yore. The majestic bas-relief of the famous Madara horseman was carved into the rock face at the time of Khan Tervel to eternalize his victory over the Arabs near the walls of Constantinople. The remarkable ruins of the buildings of the First Bulgarian state impress with their dimensions even today. The mighty walls of the famous Shumen fortress witnessed the rise of Bulgaria as a European force, the arrival of armies of crusaders and the conquest of the Ottoman invaders. As a symbol of majesty, a magnificent monument was erected dedicated to the creators of the Bulgarian state. 1,300 steps connect the center of Shumen with the memorial, famous for its stone images, stylized mosaics, and magnificent panoramas of the area. With its diverse attractions, cool verdure and quiet alleys, the plateau of Shumen is a much-loved place for walking and relaxation. Just like a pearl among the treasures of the plateau, the enchanting Bisirna cave stands out. It is one of the most beautiful caves in Bulgaria. The history of Shumen is multicultural. Remnants of different layers are to be found all around the city. The Regional Museum of History is a real treasure trove, where priceless artifacts are preserved from the palaces of the Bulgarian kings in Pliska and Preslav, as well as more than 150,000 objects from different chronological periods. The museum is the largest of the dozens of expositions in the region that are available for tourists to visit. Among the exquisite examples of Ottoman architecture preserved in our lands is the famous Tombul Mosque. White stone fountains, public buildings, and the functioning clock tower are reminders of this historic period. Ancient Shumen is a remarkable place with hundreds of Renaissance and contemporary cultural monuments. The house museums of the revolutionary Panoyot Volov, the playwright Dobry Voynikov, the Armenian merchant Avsharyan, and the teacher Dmitry Srebrov attract tourists with their remarkable expositions and ancient architecture. The home where the famous Hungarian revolutionary Lajos Kossuth lived has also been preserved. The home of the world-famous composer Panchu Vladigerov has also been turned into a museum that plays host to expositions related to the musical history of Shumen and is actively used as a concert space. The house of Baba Raina is a permanent host of the rehearsals of a source of local pride, the children's choir Bodra Pesin, which means cheerful song. In the heart of Shumen, home to the national revival, is the Temple of the Ascension of Christ, a center of spirituality used continuously from the Renaissance to the present day. Many temples and chapels have been built around Shumen. There is a functioning Catholic monastery and an Armenian church where the local community develop cultural and educational activities. The oldest Bulgarian stud farm, Kabiuk, which originated more than a century and a half ago near a former medieval settlement, is also close to the town. In the complex there is also the only horse museum in the country, where valuable items, awards and mementos of the history of horse breeding in Bulgaria have been gathered. More intriguing secrets can be discovered in the surroundings of Shumen. Impressive rocky monasteries, sheltered villages, pastoral views, breathtaking landscapes, and vivid memories are just waiting to be experienced and shared. Perhaps this diversity is the root of the prosperity of the settlement. It has weathered the trials and storms of time to shine today with fascinating beauty. The cultural and natural treasures of Shumen, its colourful surroundings and glowing plains, lively horses and ancient traditions all seem to indicate why it was precisely here that Bulgaria started from, and why the magic of this land works so perceptively with every touch after each contact that follows, when the sun caresses ancient and modern times to turn them into a magical symphony with inspirational charm.